Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, taking on last year's national champions, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Cornhuskers will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Rutgers offense will go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And there he goes. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Scarlet Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. The Cornhuskers offense will have its first possession of the game. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field.
It's a seam wide open. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. They'll try the left side. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. It's a running room. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Fires to the tight end. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? On the move, it's Humphrey. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Snagged in the middle, it's Ross. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Scarlet Knights will line up to punt it away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Shakes off the defender. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense. Whether it's the option or whether it's conventional, they've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
Early in the game, I love giving my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to beat.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Nebraska!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. And the Scarlet Knights will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Makes the grab. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That's reeled in. It's Singleton. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Wants to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. Inside the 25. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period, first down here. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. Makes it past the marker. Touchdown, Huskers! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Off the play fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. It's as if this guy has morphed into Ndamukong Suh. He's dominating right now.
Man, Ndamukong Suh, one of the best players I've ever seen live. Just unbelievable. And this guy, if you're mentioned with Ndamukong Suh, you're having yourself a day. Getting a couple sacks, getting in the backfield.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. The Scarlet Knights send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. Fair catch called for and made. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Makes the catch. It's Singleton. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Parker. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll try to get the first through the air. He'll pull it down and run. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Probably the only people upset about going for it on 4th down, the punters, who don't seem to see the field as much as they used to.
Not when you've got a running back like that. He just has like a 6th sense. He always seems like he can just find the crease, especially in these short yardage situations. He comes up with a huge play there on 4th down.
Quickly out to the tight end. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Huskers look to keep this drive humming. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Right on the money. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Parker. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking for room. It's Nelson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Looking to throw for it. Caught close to the marker. It's Singleton. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Well, this thing's turning into a route, and it's turning into a route quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. 4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. Trying play action. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls.
Oh, he's got some space. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And how about that on 3rd and long? I think everybody in this place thinking pass, right? Drop back and play pass. Well, who has the quarterback? Like, a lot of times in these man-to-man 3rd down and long.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Touchdown, Nebraska! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. On the move, he fires. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Scarlet Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. So now it's second and long.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan.
Breaks into the open. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Freeman. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. The Cornhuskers moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Huskers will snap it on first and 10. Finds his big tight end. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Going for 6. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Scarlet Knights will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the ground with the back. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer.
Turning it on. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Handoff to the lone back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Might be calling a hot route. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They say there's no more loyal fan base than the one at Nebraska. Well, this guy is becoming their hero with this performance.
And Nebraska fans have a special place in their heart for a quarterback that can run it, that can throw it, show you all the dimensions of their game because they've had so many great ones in the past. And this guy, he looks like the future.
Off-play action on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get in any kind of rhythm. We got to change something up here. We got to do something different because right now it's just a sack punt.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And the Scarlet Knights will call on their punt team. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive, David.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
And the Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Running it to the right. There he goes. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the 2nd level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The give on the option. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. The Scarlet Knights will punt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The Cornhuskers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the ground. He's got it again. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Hands it off. Nice move there. Gashing the D on the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Nebraska! And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off. But when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Hand off from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. And the Scarlet Knights will send out the punt unit. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Looking for room, it's Freeman. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He'll pull it down. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Huskers are on the move. Leaves it with the back. Powers forward but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And the Huskers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll give it to him again. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Yeah, nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man. When you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win it.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Husker! That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Scarlet Knights line up to punt it away. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Running back searching for a hole. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll give it to the back.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Cornhuskers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Huskers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A first down run on the doorstep. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2nd and goal for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to the running game. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Now on 2nd down. Rides the back on the option to give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Might be looking to run. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Scarlet Knights decide to punt it away. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff. and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented.